Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Paint Girly. Come in and watch me struggle with my glue. Good morning, Jacqueline. So everyone's fed and she can hang out. That's good news. Peggy's got to do some adulting, so she won't be joining us live today. So we'll miss her. My gosh, I got stuff up under these nails. Glue and jazz. I don't know, girls. Today I feel pretty lousy today. I don't know. I was feeling, like better. I don't know if we're passing our colds back and forth to each other. I mean, really, it's not like we're making out or anything. So I think my golden matte medium is a little thicker than maybe normal. I don't remember it being that difficult to pour into these little bottles. But these little needle nose applicators that I purchased came with these cute little funnels. So I'm trying to get some glue to drip down in there. Sheesh. I couldn't figure out, I couldn't decide what I felt like doing today. So I thought I'd wait till a few people got in and see what others might be interested in. I know Gail one time said, she likes to just go to a stream and then see whatever the host is interested in doing. But so I got a couple ideas. I don't know. We'll see. So that's why my thumbnail says surprise. Wow, this is really, really thick. I'm gonna spritz a little water in there. See if I can get it to drain down. Sheesh. So I'd say, how's everybody doing? But I think it's only Jacqueline and I that are here. I know how she's doing. She just got lunch made. All right, so one question I was going to ask, this is really cool because I can see how many minutes, I'm on, and I can see how many people are here, which is just one at this point. Let's see what time, 12:04. Well, could be lunchtime for a lot of people. Well, this is, oh, no, now I really got a mess. Oh, crapola. Well, it wouldn't be stream day with Pink Girly if we didn't make a mess. I've got water over there. Maybe add some more water in there. That thing's soaking. Zip. Might have to go get some water. Clean up on aisle 1. So I uploaded a couple, maybe just one at this point. I uploaded a video about covering books with fabric. So that's an option. I want to use some different fabric, maybe some different, you're writing Christmas cards. That's cool. There's Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Joyce, thanks for my Christmas card. I left it out in the kitchen. I love my snowflake. I'm going to put it in this journal. And Kimberly sent me a card, and she put little seeds in her cards that we can plant in the spring. I thought that was cool too. You girls are so clever. So clever. Oh, it was such a nice surprise, a treat. I'm like, oh, excuse me. I don't know. I just said to my husband, my goodness, I feel like I felt better a couple days ago. Oops, that didn't go right. This one has a little has a little neck band there that you can keep your little lid. Look, I wrote golden on here so I would remember what I have in here. Look, I already wiped off the G. I just wrote it on there. That's Sharpie marker and paint from a Posca paint pen. So, what does that tell you? All right, my other idea was to get out a magazine. Of course, now I haven't been coughing, but I think because I'm talking, I'm coughing. Maybe I should. You've got broth brewing and dye. Don't get them mixed up. Don't drink your dye. So maybe. So then I thought there was an interesting. I looked at my magazines, when they come, but then I put them on the shelf and I forget about them. And I just was flipping through this one. This one was a summer one. July, August, and September art journaling. But I saw something in here. Oh, look, that could even be holiday-ish. I saw something in here that I thought I'd like to do in my December journal. Is anyone else? Here comes some folks. Has anybody else got a December journal going, or maybe a December daily? Sometimes people call them a daily because you try to put stuff in there daily, which I do not. I didn't mark the page. So maybe we'll do a couple of things. Wouldn't it be fun to do this? Here it is. I love this. Look at this. All right, so this is. Oh, here's Peggy giving me my thumbs up. Thank you, Peggy. She's got to go be an adult. Oh, Joyce, that's a fun idea. Joyce is crocheting a Christmas stocking for a friend, and I'm going to fill it with craft supplies. My sister was supposed to send me a crochet pattern last week. She forgot, so I asked for it again this morning, but I hope to get that partially done and then finish it up on a stream. It's a snowman, and he's really cute. Okay, look at that. Isn't that cute? Now, I don't know what the girl does, so let's see. I don't want to read the whole article. Passions, prudence, and practice. I recently watched an accomplished artist on YouTube creating her illustrious florals in a meager composition book that she had purchased from a dollar store. While the substrate was thin and flimsy, it was far from wanting under the hands of such a skilled artist, which supports a subject I'm passionate about. The art supply does not make the artist. Look how cute these are, huh? So I thought it might be fun to do something like this in one of, hey, Andrea, good morning. On one of my pages in my December daily. Now, back here, I really like this one. Back here, she gives some tips. I'll go back and read the article, but I don't want to read the whole article here. Lately, I've been creating solely on watercolor paper, which holds up to my texture mediums better than any other paper. I like the contrast here of the dark red and the gold. I like the circle. I have a stamp that looks like that. So I'm going to look at my little journal here and save it. Let me just go over these tips. Now, who is the gal that did this? Let's see. It might be nice to say her name if I can. By Elizabeth Tishvan. Tishvan. Look at that last name. All right, so this is Art Journaling Magazine, July, August, September 2022. Thanks, Jacqueline. Okay, so she gives some tips here at the end of her article. And I thought these were pretty cool. All right, tip number 1. When purchasing, I would say most of us know this. When purchasing, oh, my eyes are so watery today from this cold. Oh, you do? Thank you. These are one of my least favorite nails. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay. When purchasing ink pads for rubber stamps, choose those labeled permanent so your work won't run when layered. If you don't want your journal pages to stick together, use acrylic paints that are labeled matte. M-A-T-T-E. Hello, Angie Brown. You can't talk above a whisper. Good thing that you're just in chat and we don't have to worry about that, Ange. Rest your voice. I have to talk and I'm getting dry and coffee. And Dee Dee Willingham has been telling us to buy matte paint for years. It's another good tip. Leverage your favorite art pages by photocopying them and laying them down with decoupage medium as a background. Organizing or cleaning your kitchen utensil drawer instead of throwing away or donating unused odd tools. Use them to make marks in your journal. Just dip them in paint or ink and experiment. Such fun. And you can't squeeze any more paint out of that tube? Cut it in half to access the remainder. The amount of paint left inside will surprise you. I saw Mary Otoye do that years ago, and it is amazing. Now, I mostly use, the bottled paints like this. But one time I saw Mary take her Timmy scissors and just stab in there and cut. Oh my gosh. I had so much paint still in there. It was unbelievable. All right, I gotta move some things because I can't see my screen. So what I'm going to start out with is, well, our tools are toys. That's true. But my eyes are very watery, Andrea, from my cold, and I'm not reading and seeing as well as I had hoped I might. So I'm going to see if I could do something like this. Now, I didn't read the article, so I don't know how she does it. Yes, tomorrow is Angie's scope, 6:45 in the morning. I prayed for you yesterday, Ange. Prayed for you today. I'll pray for you later tonight because I probably am going to be asleep at 6:45. I got to tell you, baby. I'll be praying for you before then for sure. So I'm just eyeballing this, and I'm going to look back at it and reference it and kind of try to mimic what's here because I really think that's cool. And then later I'll read. I'll read how she did it. And I'm sure she just layers stuff like we all do, like mixed media, right? She's got different headings here. Artful experiments. She did that. She covered that in the tips where she's using, tools in the kitchen that she might be throwing away. Embracing budget friendly, supply switch outs, artistic treasures. Yeah. So it says that Elizabeth Tishvan, T-I. Yes, it is looking Christmassy. is a UCLA paralegal graduate. And she's published mixed media. She's a published mixed media artist and writer, an entrepreneur. She worked in the legal field for 35 years before retiring. Now you'll find her connecting with the public through her art and writings, while enjoying life to the fullest with her husband of 41 years. To see more of Elizabeth's work, visit Elizabeth Tichvon, TICHVON.com. Her art is for sale on Etsy, and she's got an Etsy shop. So I'm going to leave this open off to the side here, and then I'm going to look for a page in my December journal. I purchased this from Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Did Candy come in? Did I miss her? There is. Hi, Candy. Good morning. Oh, I should say good afternoon. I like the cover. I like the size. And I like what she had inside. And so I purchased it. I added the candy cane because I had that on an old Christmas card and I just loved it. This is some of Jacqueline's sage-colored cheesecloth. I think Jacqueline is planning a sale on Friday the 20th. She might put more information in the chat there. So what I did was add a few things of my own, of course. And as some of you will know, we had the Christmas tour come through our home. We had 155 people come through. And so I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to see if some of them would sign my book, just anywhere, just sign, whatever, anywhere. And so they thought it was a cool idea. So a lot of people did. Oh, look, this person wrote right on my jingle, Merry Christmas, love, and I don't know. That might be my nephew. I don't know. I can't read what that says. Oh, Nikki. That is my nephew-in-law. So some of these are pockets. Some Jacqueline just put, paper down. See, I have things here she's stuffed in and then things I've stuffed in. So I just added some lace. And you'll see throughout. Somebody wrote, oh, I was scribbling there. I started to do some doodles on this paper. Just adding some different doodles on Cookie Day. And then I had a bunch of tags that I had made from old Christmas cards. I do have a video on my channel. So you can see that here. Someone wrote me a message from December 12th, I guess. No, I don't know what that says. Looks like 72. Love your artwork and creativity. Thank you for opening your house to the neighborhood. So a couple people wrote, on there. And then a couple people here. So I just put in my Christmas tags that I made. Now, while I'm looking through, I'm looking for a page that I can do that art project on that Elizabeth has in the Art Journaling magazine. This is my little Gemma here. She's going to be 2. She picked to try to write her name, which of course she can't, on Santa's glittery beard. And I've got all kinds of pockets. My sister wrote in there. Then I took it to Cookie Day and had my family write in here on Cookie Day. And I had hoped to put it out during having our church group come over, but we had to cancel because we were both sick. So we didn't get to do that. There's a little message from my sister Nancy. Now I'm thinking I don't want anything too dark because I want to put some paint on. but I might have to go dark. You know, that's got a signature there, so I don't mind gluing stuff around the signatures, but I'm not sure I want to cover it. There's my daughter. That might be a good page to work on. My niece. This one could be a good page. So I had, blank page. Hmm. I tend to like to work on the right-hand side of my page. Yes, Jacqueline made this journal. I think I might work on this page. Okay, so I got to pull some paint colors here. And I'm going to try to use the same colors that Elizabeth uses here in the article. So it looks like she's got some kind of paper here, like, you know, book page. So I'll have to find that. She's got a gold. So let's get out summer squash. Gold, that's gold-ish. And let's see if I can find a decent red. This is Tuscan red. Looks like she's got a couple of different reds here. That might do. That might do. And she's got some darker green. I know I have a Hauser green, but just darker. I've got the dark Hauser. Might be nice. And she's got some blue. That kind of looks almost metallic-y blue here. Let's see. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but I do like the way this looks. Here's more of a tealy blue. Well, not really, like a light blue, like a robin's egg maybe. So let's get that out. I'm just going to swap some color on. We've got some lighter green here. Let's get out every green. This looks like it was gessoed over. Got a little bit of lavender and purple there. I like that too. Boop, boop, boop. Basically, I think I'm going to just be scraping colors on. Maybe a little bit of white. Where's my white? Oh, I've got my gesso there. That could possibly work. All right, so that's the plan. That's the plan, man. Now I've got a palette knife I can certainly use, which is really cruddy and could really stand to be cleaned up. And let's see, I could probably get my silicone thing out. Ange can't talk above a whisper. She refuses to go to the doctor for her cold, aka sinus infection. Now it's attacked her throat. And she's having a scope done tomorrow, which she said they will still do. There's our Teresa. Good morning, Teresa. Teresa may be in church or she's out running errands or something. She's got the sound down. So there you go. Ange responded. She'll see that. Good. Thanks, Ange. All right. Now, I want to be cautious because I've got this divot here. So I don't want to be painting and gluing my page down in that divot. I could. Not that big of a deal, really, I guess, but I don't want to do it. And I want to protect what's behind there. So I'm just going to put a little piece of paper there. I don't mind covering up these guys. So I'm going to start lighter first. And I'm just going to start smooshing on different. I've got a old bank card, credit card here I can use for scraping. Oh, I wanted to get two, or maybe some of this. I do love my neon colors to pop in there. I think I want two different reds. Those reds look fairly different. Okay. All right, I'm just jumping in. I'm going to use acrylic paint. I'm going to scrape some paint on and just kind of make a mess, let it dry. And I know I have book pages, so I could use a dictionary page. I've got that sitting right here. All right, so just going to jump in. Almost like a jelly plate, really. I'm just going to see if I can squirt on a little bit of paint here and there. And I don't care if it's thick or thin. Oh, you know what's another good idea, guys? I just saw one. Where did I put it? A little plastic here. Let's protect the page underneath. That might be a good idea. There we go. That's more better. Okay, I've got a baby wipe here, so I can wipe off that color. And I think I want to leave that go till last. Let's get some of this dark Hauser green. I haven't used my paints in a while. I see some more folks have come in. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining in. I hope you stick around for a little bit. All right, put some dark green. And you know what? I should probably just put these away after I use them. I'm going to put some light green down here. Now, I want some of my colors, of course, to go over top of each other. I'm going to have to use my heat tool, I think. Whoops, that's a lot of light green. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Yellow was there. Not very opaque. Look, I just put my finger in the light green. This might be better. I think I have way too much light green. Let's put some up here. And it's okay if it's okay with me. I don't know if it's okay with you, but it's okay with me that, the little paper underneath, some of that pokes through. Not a problem. I'm going to use my heat tool and dry this up. It looks a mess so far, right? Woo! Now, I want this dry really because I don't want it to blend with my other colors that I'm going to put in. I want to kind of layer on top of each other. And some on my arm. I have my tattoo on my arm. Is that what you saw? My tattoo? I don't see it on my arm. We're getting a lot of deliveries here today. Keep hearing trucks and the dogs going crazy. All right, let's get a little bit of this purple. This is purple purple something. I got a mess over the name of the color. I hate when I do that. Usually they put stickers right on top. Purple cow. I think that's all it says. Purple cow. I'll put a drop of purple cow there and there. Put some over here. Now the idea is, I'm assuming, is just to, start making my surface covered. I thought it was paint. No, it's my tattoo. Edge. Let's try a little bit of this neon sizzling pink. I don't think I have much of this left. Let's see if I can get it open. Whoa, this morning I was thinking that song that goes, oh, how does it go now? And then the singers come in. I'm dreaming of a white. Whoa, look at that. Christmas. Oh, I like it on the green. I think we can say, definitely we can say less is more. I'm putting on way too much paint, I think. All right, now let me try this layer. Let me try this here layer. My throat was a little dry and scratchy this morning. It's not really sore, but it's not normal, I might have to go get more water. Christine G. Hi, Christine. Nice to see you. We're just putting some paint down on a page. All right, now I'm going to hit this with my red, I think. I want to put maybe my brighter red in a couple of different spots. I didn't get a really dark blue out, so let's put a little spot. This is, well, there's supposed to be two different shades of red I got here. I don't know. I might need some. This is the darker red. Oh, this feels pretty empty. Pretty darn empty. Yeah, this is deeper. Deeper, peeper. Okay. Is anybody interested in the colors? Probably not. Tuscan red and true red, both Americana. I have been working on a winter journal. I've got it all finished, I think, except for maybe like a tuck in. And I'll tell you what. Oh, look at that. I've got one page that's more blue looking. And I had two tags in my hand the other day. I thought they fell down in between a couple of things. I have ripped everything apart. Do you think I can find those silly tags? I want those tags for in that book so bad. Leah, hi, good morning. I'm making a mess. All right, so that's going to have to dry. Then I'm going to put on my gold. And then getting yucky, getting yucky. All right, I'm going to use my heat tool, but I want to grab. Oh, I could just grab that. That would be the easiest. I want some book paper. I could use this. So I'm looking at. I'll show you again in a second. I'm looking at. Really, it doesn't have to be exact. A page in an art journaling magazine that I like. This one here. So I'm trying to do something. I didn't leave really too much white space. I'm trying to do something a little like that. So let's try this red if I can. Boop, 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 I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. With every Christmas card I like to see. Jacqueline's writing Christmas cards. May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright. And may all keep your Christmas wishes. I think I'm gonna have to get out my white. Where is my white? All right, let's shake this up. This is Summer Squaw. Welcome in. There's 14 of us now. Welcome. Okay, so I kind of want mostly. Oh, I hope this covers so it doesn't look like I shook that very much. I used to have a really cool gold, but it was an older color. I think I used that all up. I don't think I've replaced that. I think this is not mixed well. Looks kind of cool. All right, so then she's got like areas that look like Christmas ornaments or Christmas balls. See those? I want to do like that. I want to do like that too. But I also like that white. I wonder if I could get my white. Hey, there's our Kel. Hi, Kel. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. It's afternoon now. I keep forgetting. It's afternoon. I have somewhere white. Stays on. But can I find it? That's the problem. I don't think my silver and gold will show up. Silver and gold. See what happens? Silver and gold. These are archival, which is great, but I don't have white in that. I don't know if this, I don't think this is permanent. I don't think this is permanent. And I just bought a stamp that's got a different kind of script painting on it. What doesn't have to be script? This might work. Hold on. Oh, they're all cute. Look at those. That's like a little Christmas tree and a little present. That might look cute. Let's get a stamping block. I want something. I don't think I really want to mush the paint on my finger. I don't want to mush it. I don't want to mush it. So let me grab just a brush. Oh, this is a different. I don't want that brush. That's a dry brush. Let's get this one. All right, I'm going to put this in some water because I want to put paint on it. Should have got out some paper towels. So I've got that ready. I'm not sure if that's going to work, but we're going to give it a go. And by not working, I mean it's probably not permanent. So if I put anything on top of it, it's very likely to run. But I kind of like this zigzaggy. It's not really, like writing or script, but we'll see. I'm going to put it right here and see if I can get it to show up. This is what we call winging it. We're winging it. Jacqueline's been working in her laboratory. Okay, Candy. All right, sweetie. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Give this another little dry. So we'll see. See how this comes out. Ooh, I like that. That showed up pretty good. But if I put any liquid over top, it might smear. It could be smearing. I don't know. Let's go this way with this one. Oh, I didn't press down hard enough. Slide this over a little. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Thank you, Cal. I was going to say about the green. What I didn't now I love my red aspen dash. However, this is not one of my favorites because, and I love green because when they do the glitter, they're really thick and they're hard. I don't know how to explain it. Like they're all very stable, but these are thicker and really hard. But the top is rough. It's not smooth. I like it better to be smooth. Not crazy that I put that one that way, but there it is. There it is. Now, let's do more of this yellow. I want a big yellow orb. Now, I'm telling you this again. Don't do what I do what I say. Do not put your brush in your paint. Just don't do it. It's not good. I think I'm going to give that second coat. It's dry. Now I've got some book paper here from a dictionary. I'm going to put some of that down. Going to see if I can use my new little, now my, oh, it's coming out. My Golden Matte Medium was really giving me fits when I first came on, trying to get it in that little bottle. I know my words are sideways, but I'm okay with it. Whoops. Well, paint wasn't dry. I'm sorry for coughing, but with talking, it's making me cough. Need a little more. Guess I could have used a glue stick. I'm trying to be really careful and put the caps back on. All right, I want to dig out my white. I might need a white Posca pen. All right, and I want a blue. I want a deeper blue. Let's see what this looks like. This is True Blue. Thank you, Leah. Let's see if I got. Now she has a couple of shapes, not just orbs, that look like. Boy, that's really kind of dry. A couple of shapes. Oh, this is metallic. Let's try this. That look like Christmas bulbs, not particularly round orbs. This is a shimmery. I don't know. It won't look like this on the paper, but we're going to give it a go. Now I'm rinsing my brush. I've got a little jar of water sitting up here in front of me. This is really a big brush. Kind of makes that look like. An old-timey Christmas light. I do like that blue. All right, Ange. Please take care. Try to have some soup or something. She hasn't been eating either. Our Ange hasn't been eating. All right. Now this is a thicker paint, the folk art paint. Now the original, she's got, I wonder if I can, let's see. See, I didn't pull everything out. Shocker, right? I've got a couple of different, this sweater I have on has the biggest floppy sleeves. Sometimes if I pop it down in the water, you can get it to start. Of course, I could always use white paint and a brush. That's always a possibility. Okay, I wanted to second coat this. orb because I want that to be a nice dark. Well, maybe not dark, but more solid. Golden yellow. All right. Relax that. Put a little one down here. And I put my reds away. She's got kind of like a plummy red. Let's get this red out. This one is Napa Red. And then I want to scrape on some white. And then I think we'll be ready for some kind of a design with my pasta. Or, yeah, see if I can get any of these white paint pens to work. I don't know if I have a white pasta sitting here. Oh no, that's a to do embossing powder, which we could do, but I'm going to grab a different brush. Just making some little random circles. Let's make this one look hopefully like a Christmas light. You know, like an old-timey Christmas bulb on a wire. And I've got paint dripping, so let's wipe that up. That's our Napa Dappa. Okay, so see if I can get this open. Thanks, Jacqueline. It's fun. It's looking good next to that red page. Okay, so let's maybe dry this. Couple dots. I'm liking that metallic blue. It's I think I might need some Winter Stella. Oh, Winter Stella. Just like the ones we used to know. Let's get that green off of there. I want to turn this a little bit. Does that make you crazy? Some of that green's coming and blue's coming through there. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to recap this white, and I think I shall if I can, find my, there they are, package of baby wipes. And let's clean this off. Let's see if I can loosen that. Yeah, cool. Okay. Wanted to loosen that up a little bit. All right, so I did not find I don't think this is going to do what I wanted to do. No, I need a try Posca, or I might just have to do the white paint. The problem is that I've got everything stacked and layered in my drawers. I have to unearth like 27 things to get to my Posca pens. Now, I don't always have that much luck with my Posca pens either. So let's just see. Okay, like that. See if we can get this done. Let the doodling begin. Where did I put that red? I think that red one kind of disappeared. Oh, I scraped over top of it. That's supposed to be a light bulb there. Sometimes you have to clean the nozzle or their tip off because it picks up stuff. Put your joy in there. All right, I think I can get rid of this. This is kind of starting to get on my last nerve. Do little hearts and a little ornament thingy. And we can do little spirally thingies. Now let's see, I've got a couple different Wink Stellas. I've got gold. It's just the gold, and then I've got the clear, like glittery. Let's see. Yeah. All right, so let's give this a little gold tie. You're really not going to see it. Not really seeing that too much either. Let's do a gold heart there. And then this is the, it's clear, but it just gives like a little glitter. I've said this before, if you can, treat yourself to a set of the Wink Stellas, even if you just get the clear. I don't think you'll ever regret it. I give these as gifts, as you know. In fact, I thought my one girlfriend's birthday was the 19th, but it was yesterday, so I didn't get to send it to her, but I might send it to her anyway. But they're so cool to use them. And let's see, I think that's pretty much everything. I mean, they've got some really dark lines that she's added in, which might look nice. Just some random sketchy things like that. I think I'm going to color that one in. So this is in my December journal that I purchased from Jacqueline. I like that black heart. I don't know, can you guys see it okay? You could continue, right, to add tons of stuff. Let's get a little star in here. This is Tamara Laporte-esque. I love her stars and her doodles. Got a little bit of a glare on there. You can't really see it. Seems like my pen is starting to really flow a little bit better. So let's go over the joy. Yeah, that looks better. They're all cuddled up, Cal. All right, so let's put today's date on here. Let's do 12/15/24. And I'll say live stream. All right, now I want to fuss around with covering a book. Let's see, what time is it? 1:05. Only been an hour. Okay. So let me put this aside. Again, this was inspired by Elizabeth Tishvan, Tichvon, and her article in the Art Journaling magazine from 2022, July, August, September, which really not a Christmas issue, but that kind of looked like Christmassy, holiday-esque to me. So there you have it. All right, so I'm going to put some of this stuff away. And I put up a video the other day covering a journal, a book cover for a journal with fabric. Now, I'd done one a while ago with a thin cotton fabric, and it was fairly easy. And I went, looking for another video for some other inspiration, and found a gal that calls her channel The Paper Outpost. And she just did a real simple book cover with fabric, but she did a couple of things different than I had done them. So I did a video, tried it her way, worked out well. But I want to try some heavier fabric. And then I did a second video. I didn't upload that one yet. Where I covered a book cover with denim. And that turned out really good too, but I did the corners differently because the fabric was heavy. So I hope some of you might be interested in this. I could do this all day long. I'm not really, I don't consider myself a fabric person. That's Pam. It's a Paper Outpost. She's Pam. Is that what you're telling me, honey? Yeah, because I didn't know her name. That's for sure. All right, so let's put this up. Let's put this up. This can go over here. Acrylic paint can go back. So, I'll show you what I did. And then I'll show you what I hope I'm going to do. Put this away. Put this away. Put this away. Clean this up a little bit. Are you with me? Are you with me? Hands are a bit messy. Might need to take a minute to clean that up. I don't want to get that all over my books. I've got something popped up on my screen. Don't know why. All right. This has seen better days. Look, I got to stop writing on myself. My dad was always yelling at me for that. Don't write on yourself. We hated that. All right, so this one I did prior. This fabric's got a little bit of a mark there. But it's just a hard book cover. Yes, Paper Outpost is Pam. Thank you, honey. So, of course, the inside will be covered with something else, paper or whatever. Obviously, I put these things in here because I might want this to be part of this. So this needs the guts, and then I can decorate or do other things on it. And I did this one before. I just love this fabric. I don't know if this was a Debbie Mum fabric or not. But, it's easy to cover books like this. Now, back in the day with scrapbooking, I used to make my own covers, not take apart an already made book and use the cover. Where you just, you cut your boards, you cut your spine, you leave a little space, you put your paper down, and you cover it. You miter your corners. These two, I cut the corners and glued them down. Pam does it a little differently, so I tried her style. The first thing I did on my first video is I purchased several of these because I want to build journals in them. Bunny Brown and his sister Sue. There's, I think, 8 books maybe in the series. So I gutted it. Pam suggests that you use some kind of tape to reinforce your spine, which I have really never done before, but I thought, well, why not do that? She uses a Tyvek tape. This is just packing tape, but she said you could use masking or whatever. And then I just put this bit of fabric on the back. I need to glue this down more, you'll see here. So I'm going to glue that down, trim off my little edges. So I did that. And to be honest, I didn't like this when it first went down, so I took my coffee that I keep in my fridge for staining fabric or paper, and I stained this. I like it a lot better. I just need to, as you can see, glue this down more. All right, so that's just the spine because I didn't want to cover up this gorgeous cover. To me, it's a gorgeous cover. So you may have some books in your stash where you're like, Lori, I don't really want to cover that. Well, then don't. Just do the spine. And, I did the zigzag stitch to try to keep the fraying at bay. But I think once this is, I'm going to add some more beacon glue here and let that dry. And then I think that'll be good to go. And then we had 3 towels, 3 kitchen towels. In fact, I still have one that's intact. I love them. My husband, for whatever reason, did not. And he's the kitchen guy. He's the chef. So he's like, can we get rid of these? So rather than taking these to Goodwill, this one says believe, one said simplify, and the other one had a star on it. So instead of taking them to Goodwill or just trashing them, I thought I'm going to use those to cover a book. Let's cover a book. Now, I feel like that this would come off. I could take this off and I would just have this piece as a patch to use. But then after I looked at it, they stitched it right through onto the towel. So plan B ensued. And so I took the smaller cover and I used, I think I used, this Liquitex acrylic medium to glue this down. I did not. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm lying. I might have used the beacon glue on this. And I didn't get enough in here. So when I covered it, this did not stick. So after the fact, I came back in with Golden Matte Medium and soaked my fabric so I could get that to adhere. And I had a feeling it was going to change the color. So this is probably going to get some lace around it. But I do like how it turned out. And I did the corners the way that Pam from the Paper Outpost recommends. Now, in my video, I put her link. So this, and then I cut out my little patch. This is going to go here. And then I will pick out some kind of lace or maybe even muslin, I don't know, and cover this with something. I've got a couple different options, so I haven't decided about that, but I'm very well pleased with how this turned out. It's very simple to do this. So now I want to go into a heavier fabric. So I pulled out some denim and I covered this one with denim. This was just a little book that I picked up, I think either at Michael's or Dollar Store. Just had some plain lined paper in it, but it was a nice little hardback. So this was just a pair of old jeans that I picked up on the side of the road. This company had stuff sitting out for free. And at the time I was painting light bulbs. They had a bunch of light bulbs. So I loaded the car up with light bulbs and there were a couple of pair of blue jeans. So one I made a tote bag from and had pieces left over. So you can see, there's like paint or something here. but I'll, decorate that. But I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Now, this I cut and mitered the corners to try to do away with a lot of the bulk at the corner. Now, you can get those metal book corners too. I have, I think, one set of those. Um, but I really like the way this one turned out as well. But see, now I want to continue to go up in weight of fabric. Now, has anyone, there's 9 of us here now, has anyone ever covered us a book cover like this with like upholstery fabric? Something heavier? I have not. So I'm not sure how I'm going to make out with the corners. But I keep buying stuff because I say, oh, that would make such a pretty book cover, and I haven't done it. All right, now I pulled out the fabric. We have every May here in our development. You've used Fabri-Tac with even heavy fabric, Leah? Like, did you cut off the edge or did you wrap it around the end? See, this is what I'm wondering. Okay, so I want to try it. Uh, Let me show you what I purchased. So every May, we have in our development here a yard sale, community yard sale. People just set up out in their garages. I think I'm going to cover that one. Or their yard and sell, whatever they want to get rid of. So I always try to get around and see what's what. So this one gal had this stuff. She had several different fabrics. You cut it at an angle. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking I would do. Okay, let's see how it goes. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I was real nervous. So this was a book. I bought this just because I like the shape of it. High balls, high heels. Don't ask me. I liked it because it was square. Now, I had another fabric I was going to put on here, but I could still see the cover through it. But this is like upholstery. This is heavyweight stuff. But isn't this pretty? I think, oh, good, the camera's not going crazy. I want to make a book covered in this. And there's a lot of it here. I could still probably do a tote bag. So all we're going to do is take our book cover. Now, thrift store, dollar store, raid your mother's house, whatever. Maybe you have a kid that likes to read. Maybe you like to read. And all you want to do is leave yourself enough for like an inch to come over. Now you can see this one's really fraying, right? And look, I can trim some more of this off, I think. And the inside's going to be covered with something else. You're not going to see any of this. This is going to be a whole new thing. Hi, Debbie. Okay, let's get rid of that extra yuck there while we can. So let's get out my gifted fabric scissors here. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to tear this. Now, you don't want too much to come in because first of all, you don't need to waste the fabric. First of all, second of all, it's more cumbersome, I think, to work with it. So let's put that aside. And let me see. I don't know if this will tear. I like to tear it because I am terrible at cutting. And I don't like to measure. Though this is more like feels, more it's upholstery, I'm guessing. It feels more like canvasy kind of on this side. Excuse me. I can still trim more off. You don't want to leave yourself too short. You know, you want to have enough to come up. Now, if you're using a cotton fabric, it's like super easy to do this. It goes really quickly and it works out really nicely. So, I'm going to put this back on. So I've got plenty there. I've got plenty here. This, I'm going to take more off of this side. Now, I'm going to use a combo. I'm going to use a combo of Fabric and an acrylic medium. Because I have a lot of this. And somebody said to me, I think it was Shannon, said to me, any of this stuff will stick things down. See, and I got plenty of this. I think I picked this up on sale. So I have a silicone spreader somewhere. I'm going to use this. I'm going to flip my book over. First, I think I want to trim some more of this off. Where did I put my other scissors? Now, I don't want to cut my spine, so you have to be careful, but sometimes you're careful and it happens anyway. Now, I don't have the signature blocks or anything for any of these. These are just, I get in the mood, I take books apart and I stick them in a bag. And I think, yeah, one day I'll get to that. Well, today's one day. So I went through and rummaged through all my stuff. Now, I don't know that I really have to sand this down. I guess I could, but it's not that glossy. Like some of my books are really that high shine, and I kind of might sand them a little bit. Birds of a feather. All right, let's get the mouse out the way. So I'm going to really try to put this on pretty heavy. I might use a brush at some point and put a little water here so I can spread it around a little better, but I really want to get into those little gusset or like alleys or whatever. Pam from the Paper Outpost, she used her Fabric and she squirted it everywhere she wanted it, and then God bless her, she put her fingers right in it. And usually that stuff doesn't bother me. Like, I don't mind getting paint on my hands or glue, really. But the Fabric glue really is hard to get off your fingers. It's just annoying. And you're like peeling it for days. You just can't get it off. But one thing that Pam mentioned, and I think it's worth repeating and repeating, is make sure you get your edges really well. Get plenty of glue on your edges. Now, I'm going to use my Fabric mostly for the other side once I start wrapping my cover. Because of the thickness of the upholstery fabric, um, to try to minimize some of that. I'm going to miter these corners. Now, if you watched my other videos or if you go back and watch it, you see there's a lot of repeating. But sometimes that's how we learn, right? Repeat, repeat and repeat, rinse and repeat. And I'm just using this silicone spreader because I have it. And I don't have to, it's easy to clean up. I just sit it in my water, and then after a little bit, I take it out. I can peel the glue right off, and I don't have to sit for 15 minutes and wash glue out of a brush. Am I lazy? Yep. Make sure you get your edges. Edges. I worked on several yesterday, and I did that because I didn't have my nails on and I could really get messy. Now my nails are going to get really messy. So now we're just flipping it over. And we're going to position it how we want it. And we're pressing it down. Give it a good press. Get my baby wipe and clean some of that up off of the thinners. And where's my, here it is, my Teflon bone folder that Jacqueline gifted me. Now once you press that a little bit, I'm going to flip it over and continue. You really want to smooth this out. Find where your little gully is there in your book. Just get that down in there. Get your fingers down. It's a little harder with these nails on. Yesterday it was easier. I could get my stubby little mitts right down in there. Okay. And then you want to get out. And I don't see any wrinkles here on this. Now remember, whatever glue that you use, if you're using fabric, it's porous. Thank you, Leah. It's porous. So you might get some stick or glue to, gluiness that comes through. I can feel it getting a little damp, but not too bad. Now, you flip it back over when you're happy with that. Now, Pam from the Paper Outlet on her video, which I linked it in my video, she took her Fabri-Tac and she just brought her corners in like this. She did all 4 corners first, and then she came back and did this. Now this fabric is thicker. Yeah, I think so too, Debbie. And that worked well with the cotton fabric. Believe me, that worked like a dream, and my corners looked really nice. Like this one. And what she said, then you don't have to worry about a corner of your book popping out and being exposed. But it's still a little thick, but you can get them to look nice. So it's a little lumpy there. But overall, I don't think this was bad. So Leah brings up a good point. She cuts her corners, but not too short. So that's, of course, that's always a risk. So a couple years ago, I was watching Johnny from the Junk Journal shop, and she had available this little tool. And you can get these on Amazon. I don't know that Johnny carries these all the time, but she may. But I was on a couple weeks ago, and she popped in, and she's like, "Lori, just flip it over." I was struggling with using it because I couldn't remember. So all I'm going to do is just take this. See, there's a little indentation here, and I sit that on the corner of my book, and then I can mark my line. So this gives me where I can have a line to cut. Now you can eyeball it, It's very helpful, Leah. And I'm just marking my corners, and then I'm going to go back and cut it because sometimes I get to cut it too short. So this, so far, I have not had a problem. And I don't think I have this in my shop. I should really probably put it in there, but this has worked out well for me. So now I've got those marked. This is one thing I always know where it is. I have a little set of drawers up here to my left, and it's always been there. And every time I go to move it, I think, nope, not doing it. All right, so I'm just trimming on those lines that I marked for myself. You probably could make your own. I could see Jacqueline making her own. Now I can see already I didn't get enough glue there. So we'll address that when I go to do that corner. Sometimes by the time you go to put your fabric down, you know your glue's already dry. Already dry. So I've got beacon glue in here. This is where I'm going to switch to my beacon glue. And I'm putting a little bit on this side because I see that it's popped up. Burp, burp. Give that a few seconds. I didn't get any of my corners very well. But just be aware, just check yourself, check your work. For most of you, nobody's watching, right? Thank you, Jacqueline. I'm not really pulling this, but this one's not too bad. We'll go leave that go. Now, this is real like an old scrapbooking trick. So you want to put glue, and then you want to start pulling this as tight as you can pull it. And there's my Sunday call. It's either my son or my neighbor. Never can remember that I stream. But my husband will grab it, I hope. Okay, so now to glue. The other thing that I did was, I think I'm going to do that again too, is I'm going to take a little bit of this medium and I'm going to put it on the edge here for just a little extra. Extra, extra, read all about it. Of course, you could probably use, Elmer's Glue All or Golden Matte Medium, whatever and paint that on a little better. But I'm coming around the corner. Yes, I'm coming around the corner. Now I'm going to add silly guy that doesn't keep track of his mother's life. I confused him when I changed times. He finally got it, and then I changed times. Just kind of swishing that around with my nozzle. Then I'm going to bring it. Now, before you put this on your book, if you wanted to hand stitch or run it on your machine, put a line there to stop fraying, you could do that, but the glue's going to stop that, right? That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. So I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm really pressing up against that edge, just dragging it towards me, getting that to stick down as well as I can. Now, because it's thicker and because of the way that it's mitered, I've got a little bit of an overhang there. Well, I don't know that I'm going to put metal corners on this, so I want to do the best job I can. So I'm taking a little bit of my beacon glue. I'm putting it right in there. If it's coming out, I don't see it. Oh, goodness me. It was coming out. I think I've got stoppage there. All right, let's see. Plan B. Let me see if I can get a decent size pin. I don't usually have that much trouble with this. There we go. Now this is a non-stick. What do we call this? Bone folder. So I'm just pressing that in to glue that corner really tight. Some fabric really frays, so the glue will stop it. But I want to get that in there tight. So I'm going to come all the way down here. I think a lot of people do the top, the bottom, and then the sides. I don't know that matters. There could be a reason for it. I'm just adding some extra here. Should have taken that sweater off. And I'm going to try to tuck that in as I go. And with the beacon glue, that adheres fairly quickly, like it'll hold your fabric down. And then don't forget, you're going to have something else over. I'm going to have something else over top of here. So this is going to get glued even more. So it's not too bad. Could have done a little better there. It's not too bad though. And this fabric's fairly thick. It's not like a quilt. I got a hunk of a quilt that I want to do on a book. I'm not sure how that's going to go. Yeah, look, I'm losing glue. I'm losing glue. Let's get that on there. Add a little bit right in that corner. Anybody snoring yet? Okay. It's a little easier when you're doing paper because it kind of squishes in there real nice. Real nice like. Just pull this as tight as you can. It's looking good. No, I don't remember doing that, but I really wasn't doing this kind of stuff in the 80s. My kids were born in the 80s, so I was doing that kind of stuff. And really hadn't really didn't get into this kind of art until I moved to Jersey, which has been like 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. I remember seeing batting and people doing like baby books and stuff, when they were real chubby, but I didn't really know how they did them. A lot of ruffles. Is that what you mean, Debbie? Or is that something different? I think that's what Leah's saying. I was peeing my pants in the 80s. Yeah, she's a kid. Jacqueline's a kid. She's a kid. All right, let's see if I can get this corner. Yes, like that. Yeah, a lot of big ruffles. I didn't know how they made them though. Okay, so I'm just trying to hold that fabric in on that corner a little bit. Where's my nozzle? I didn't spread this out. I was doing ceramic stuff back then. Our kids were young, and we bought a kiln. I still can't believe we did that, but that's what I was doing. I didn't even know about this. Even scrapbooking. Clueless. My parents were getting ready to have their 50th wedding anniversary. Of course, my kids were older then. And my sisters and I wanted to do a memory book for them. Well, we decided we'd make all of us one. I had all the supplies. I had never done any scrapbooking. You didn't scrap until 2000? And so most of it was left to me because I had it. I had all the stuff, and we all had young kids at that point, and it was hard to get together. I'm not complaining; it's just how it was. But it didn't, and we did a 12 by 12, which really was just okay to me. And like most any craft thing that I had ever done, I get sucked in, and I want to do more, and I want to have all the supplies and blah, blah. But that didn't do it for me. That didn't. I'm like, I packed it all up in a tub, big plastic tub, put it in our attic. I thought, I can't throw it out. Maybe one of the girls will want it sometime. And I just wasn't sucked in. And then our daughter got engaged, and we were planning a wedding, and we were moving. We were planning to move to Jersey. And I wanted to do something for my sisters because they had helped us so much with the wedding and the bridal shower and all that jazz. And then that's when I got online shortly after we moved here in 2013. And I think that could be clamped and held down a little bit there. And I did make some darling memory books. I forget who I used to watch. I used to watch somebody. I thought it was my sister Cheryl channel, but her sister her name was Ginger. I don't know. I might not be remembering that correctly. And there's a lady in England, Claire Chevelle, something like that. You did, Leah? I went as a Girl Scout to start, and then when the kids were young, my mother said to me, "Why don't you come to ceramics with me when you can on Friday nights? Get out of the house for a little bit." So my husband said, "Yeah, go ahead if you feel like it." He worked retail, so I couldn't go every Friday. But if he could get Friday during the day, he would, so I could go. And there was a lady there, and she taught me how to paint eyes. And my husband thought, what are we going to do with all this tchotchke, crazy stuff that she brings home? But he liked it. And you went to McDonald's afterwards? They are great memories. Aw. I never quilted because, see, I'm not a lines person, like being able to do things on a line. That's cool. Anyway, that's what my mom and I did. And then we ended up buying a kiln. And I taught lessons. I took a training class from Duncan. Duncan was a big ceramic company back in the day. So, okay, so I'm going to leave this sit. Now, I know I'm going to end up putting something else on this, gluing it on or whatever. But I like that it's square. Now, I'm not going to do this now, but I'm going to show you what else I have. I think I might like to I bought it from someone's sale. First of all, I have this. Isn't this pretty? And I think this might look pretty on this. But I don't know how I want to do it yet. Either on the spine, or I might coffee stain a piece, or I don't know, something, because I definitely want this on it. So I think that's going to work with that one. And then from somebody, I don't know if it was Pearl or could be Katie's Tribe of Five. I don't know who I got this from. Let me ask you a couple questions too while I got you here. Look at this. I want to put this on a cover. Now, of course, it's going to have to be cut down because I don't want it this big. See, it's got that decorative edge. And then, of course, it's plain in the back. But see, it's thick. See, it's got that padding in that we were talking about earlier. But, I don't want to take it apart because I don't want to lose all this stitching. So I have to think about that. I have to think about the corners, and how thick they're going to be. And then I have this. I have a lot of stuff like this. See, I want to use this too. And this has this really nice, heavy crocheted trim. So I have a lot of crochet trim. I don't want to take this crochet trim. I don't want to take all this off, but I want to make this a cover. So I'm thinking, because that's way too big, I'm thinking about somehow stitching it. To the size I want. And then cover in a book. But see, then I'm afraid it's going to be too wide this way. I have to get a square. But that would make a pretty cover, wouldn't it? Or am I daft? Am I daft? You can tell me if I'm daft. I'm okay. I can take it. Daft. So one thing just leads to another. When you dig through your fabric or your linens or whatever you have, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that. Oh yeah, I want to do that. And oh yeah, seeing this. I looked this morning. I purchased like 2 of them. Packages, I think from Ranger. And it's just like a big sticker, but it's a canvas sticker. I have one on one of my smaller. Let me see if I can find my smaller. And I've got a package of them. And I've been looking all over for it. I don't know where. It's probably, here it is. It's probably with Debbie's lighter. But there were several different designs. See, this is just like canvas. This is like canvas. A canvas sticker. Hi, Julie Parker. The not too long ago birthday girl. How you doing, Julie? So I have more of these, and I want to put one of those on that denim cover. It's just endless for me. It's just endless. And I made 2, and I think I might have done them on a stream. 2 really cute winter tags that I want to put in that winter journal that I'm doing. And you didn't think I could find them? I just had them in my hand. They had to have slipped in between something. I don't know. And then there's the yellow journal. Don't get me started on that. I still have tons of stuff. I want to do a yellow journal. So this feels damp. So you're getting there? Okay, Debbie says, what if you add crochet trim, like piping, between the cover and the inside paper, so it's as long as the edges? Mm. Mm. Oh, that's food for thought, isn't it? I'll have to take that under advisement. I don't have piping. Not that I couldn't get it. I could coffee stain it. That's an idea. Oh, Julie, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're on the mend. We're all falling apart, aren't we? Falling apart. All right, so I'm right at about 2 hours. That's really all I was thinking I might do today. See, I leave stuff uncapped for too long. So I guess the next video that I do, I said to Jack, well, my videos, they're a little sloppy. My desk is always a mess. See, I get anxious. I just want to take those clips off. So we did this. I showed you a couple other books that I, have in the works as far as covering them. Then I got to get pages, right? And I got to make signatures. And this is what we did first. We did this journal page in my December journal. I don't usually have a December journal, but I have this year. So I'm well pleased with that. And that I was inspired to do from an article in a summertime art journaling magazine. And then when I was digging through my stuff and I was looking for those tags I made. Where's my winter journal? I could show you. Maybe you could give me some other ideas. See, I don't have too much in the way of blue. I think I need to go find another shindy carpet to see if I can find one in blue, because I need some blue fabric. Now, where did I just put my... And I've got this one page that's really more blue. Oh, there it is. Hold on, about ready to have an avalanche. And I just am out of ideas. And I think it's mostly because I don't have what... Oh, thanks, Leah. I don't have what I think would work. This I can close now. I don't have a lot of blue. See, right here. It needs something here. So the tags that I made were blue. One had a snowman on it, and I thought I could clip a tag on there. I guess I'm going to have to just make a new one. But I need something here. I'm open to suggestions. And then I can get it listed. I was thinking about another piece of just lace here. But, now I did find these, but these are little. This would have to go... I could cut out a couple of these. They're a little wide and pointy. I don't know. If you have an idea for this, it's just a little pocket, just a half pocket page. So just a row of flowers. It's like a winter theme, though. I was thinking, I don't even have any decent blue ribbon. I was thinking if I loop some ribbon, I could pin on little ball pins, with charms on them or stuff. A row of snowflakes. I need that, Russ. I need those directions you use, Joyce, for a snowflake. I could crochet a couple snowflakes. Maybe just little doilies. Where's that one book? I had a doily in that. The black one. I think it's in. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe something like that. I'm sure I have like a blue thread I could crochet blue snowflakes and put there. That's an idea. Okay, Kel, have fun. Tell Brian hi. All right, I'm going to skedaddle. Thanks, ladies, for joining me. Replayers, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you all so very much. Have a great rest of your day. Keep arting. Keep creating. Any questions, let me know. I think that's all. I think Mary's coming on later tonight. Don't know who else. So I'm going to grab some lunch and probably continue to work on a couple of things because I can't get enough of my art desk. It was nice to see you, Julie. Continue to heal. Don't do too much. Remember our dear Angie, she's got a test in the morning, super early, 6:45 in the morning. So keep her in your thoughts and prayers, please. I appreciate that. And yeah, I'll see you hopefully, Lord willing, Thursday. And Leah, she's still on the mend, so remember her. And there's others of us too. Kel wasn't feeling great. Gail and her hubby have been sick. You know, there's all kinds of grunge going around. It's that time of year, as they say. So, all right. Don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Until I see you next time. Bye-bye.